It's the same questions every week, yet most people aren't listening. Driven Mofos, welcome back to another episode of The Underestimated Entrepreneur. All right, today we are talking about the same questions I get every week, and it's horrible. Someone help me. Okay, it's the same questions, but no one listens. Okay, so I get asked these two questions. Mojo, how do I grow my money? How do I get rich? How do I make more money? How do I get ahead financially? I'm sick of stressing. How do I get out of financial chaos? Something like that is question one. Question two is, how do I grow my business? Those two questions are the most common questions. Yeah, I would say that 99% of people don't listen, which is why 99% of people won't actually achieve the wealth or the businesses that they want. It's tough for me to say that, right? I'm pretty critical and hard hitting. But the answer is the same for both, which most people don't want to hear. I mean, I'm sure you don't want to hear this, but anyway, I'm going to say it. My question is, how do you build $1 million business when you have a $2 mind? How do you grow wealth when you keep devaluing yourself, putting yourself down, feeling like you're not where you want to be, rushing all the time, being erratic, playing the game small, playing in fear, worrying about what everybody else thinks, and adapting your behaviors to people please? If you do that, you're lowering your value and lowering your worth. The other question that I have for people and the business owners out there is, why would people allow you to lead them that are highly competent when you can't even lead yourself effectively? Right? They're the hard-hitting questions, but they're the questions that no one really wants to answer. If you're a B, C, or D grade leader, you're not going to have A grade staff. You just won't. You have to become an A grade leader, which means you need A grade communication skills, A grade negotiation skills, A grade ability to help people to solve their problems and to help them develop. They're all skills that you need to learn as a business owner or as a manager or as a leader. If you do not do that, you will not have A grade staff. They will go elsewhere. They will come and they will stay for the opportunity to grow. They will come and stay for the opportunity to better themselves. When I hear a business owner that says, all everyone wants is money, I'm like, no, that's what you want, motherfucker, which is why you don't grow. All you're doing is you're working for cash. You're growing a business so you can have money. If they are your sole reasons, then so be it. That's fine. But please understand that no good staff members will come and work for you unless they're money driven. My staff don't come and work for me because of money. They come and work for opportunities. Now, they get paid well, but they get paid well because they're competent. What happens though is that they stay for the opportunities, the opportunity of growth, the opportunity of development. My administration person who started off as an admin is now our customer success person. I train her in sales. I train her in leadership, in management, in communication. And every year I put a lot of money and time and effort into her. And because of that, she's been with us now for about 3 years and she stayed with us through COVID. I got rid of everybody. I fired everybody apart from one person, and that was her. And that was because she was the most competent person. And I didn't want to get rid of her. She was highly valuable to the company. So my point is that if you do not know how to communicate effectively and lead people effectively, because you're developing your leadership skills, your communication skills, your management skills, and you're developing yourself as a leader, then people will stay. They will want to grow with the company. They will not grow if you're not growing. And when I meet business owners and I say, how much have you invested in personal coaching for the last 12 to 24 months? And they go, oh, I bought a book. I'm like, yeah, cool. So you've invested a $30 book in yourself, in your own growth, in your business growth, and in your staff development. And then they're like, well, I threw a barbecue and bought beers for everybody. And I'm like, awesome. Because beers make people more productive. So essentially, you're fucking the productivity of your staff by rewarding them with beer. That sounds intelligent. And then they're like, well, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? And I'm like, something different. Build a better culture. Build better leadership. People don't come to work for Friday afternoon beers. If they do, you have a shit culture. I've worked with many trade-based businesses where they think that everyone comes to work for money and for Friday afternoon drinks. But when they change the culture, they get rid of the shit staff, bring in good staff that don't care about that. In fact, one of my old clients, Matt from Plumify, when he started working with me, he did not have that mentality. That grew. And one of the first things I taught him was how to build a good culture. I noticed the other day that he was putting a gym in their warehouse. So he has a Plumify warehouse that is an office, and he decked out a full gym in there. And so the lads come in and train before and after work. He's not buying cartons of beer for everybody. He's filling the fridges with protein shakes, with Gatorade sometimes if they want it, with water, and then putting a gym in their thing because that's their culture. Now, he's going to attract like-minded staff. So if you're fit, if you're healthy, if you're a plumber and you want to stay on top of your own health, of course you're going to go and work for him. Why would you go and work for some old mate who rewards everyone on a Friday afternoon with beers and a barbecue? Fuck that. That's a shit culture. I wouldn't work there. Right? But people go, oh, yeah, but that's what the boys want. Because there's nothing better. If someone rocked up out the front of my house and said, hey, do you want a Toyota Corolla? It's free. I would go, yeah, I'll take it. It's free. And if it works and I can drive it and it's got registration, I'll take it. But if someone rocks up out the front and says, do you want a Ferrari? I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll take that. And if I got the choice between a Ferrari and a Toyota Corolla, I'm going to take the Ferrari because the option is there. For most of you, you're just not creating a better option than what's in your industry. And that's because you're not growing. You're not developing yourself. This year alone, we're already in March. I've spent probably about 35,000, I would say. Probably about 35,000 on personal development and personal growth already. Through mentors, through coaches, through courses, through seminars, and through reading books. That's what I've spent. And then people go, well, how do you make so much money and live a good lifestyle? I'm like, because I just do everything different than most other people. Why is it that people who have a business that's doing $500 million come and work with me? Because I got figured out what they don't. And that is that if you build a business and don't understand the lifestyle that you're trying to create, you'll have a business and no lifestyle. Or you're the other way around and you have a lifestyle and no money and you're broke as shit and don't have a business. Or you might have a business, but you're trapped in it. You have to get super clear with what you want, which is why I keep saying work on yourself. Come and do my Thrive Time event. Or come and do Business Growth Odyssey. If you want to grow a business, come and do Business Growth Odyssey. If you want to make more cash and make more money, you have to figure out what your success map looks like in life because that's why you're building your wealth. If not, you'll get money and you'll blow it all. That's what most people do because they don't know why they need the money. Right? It's crazy. So like I said, you can't build $1 million business with a $3 mindset. Now, you can't build a $10 million business with $1 million mindset. You have to shift. Every time I've worked with a business owner, as they grow, they get to a point and they're like, business isn't growing anymore. I don't understand. We're stuck. Staff are the problems. This is going on. That's going on. And I'm like, we got to get back in, rejig your success map, rebuild the business strategy, and then we can move it forward. And bang, they start doing it and they execute it and they move forward. Okay, this is what happens. One of my guys, Ben, who is doing Business Odyssey, he started with me last year, 12 months ago. And he came to me and he said he's got a flooring company. And he said, look, you know, at the moment, everything's gone okay. I got in systems, I got in processes, business is going good. I don't really know if I want to keep growing and whatever. And I'm like, cool, come and do Thrive Time and come and do Business Growth Odyssey. So he jumped in. In fact, he's actually coming to our Thrive Time that we're just about to have. He's come and done Business Growth Odyssey. So he committed for the whole 12 months. All of a sudden, he got this vibe again of like, I love growth. I love to be around people that are growing. And so he grew, he added on another $1 million+ in his business. So he doubled his business in 12 months. And then he started a secondary business off to the side, which did another 7 figures in the 12 months. So he went from about $1.5 million turnover to almost $3 million in revenue plus the secondary business, just because he thought different. He was in a different community, a different environment, and we think differently. But because he invested in himself, he got back that investment in a greater future return. Now, the same thing happens financially when people say to me, well, how does working on your mindset make money? It's not about making money. It's just that you fuck it all up all the time. Essentially, you get money, but you blow money all the time. You put yourself into shitty situations. You don't know how to think through things. You're reactive or you play in fear. If you play in fear, you'll never invest properly. On the other hand, if you get too excited and you're in a rush to try to get ahead financially, you'll make dumb decisions and you'll lose all your money again. So it's a mindset game. For most people, it's not what you're doing that's the problem. It's what you're not doing and what you're prepared not to do and what you should stop doing. So most of you have a whole bunch of stuff that you're doing right now that you need to just stop doing. And you know that. You've probably been trying to change habits for years. The other thing is that then you've got to develop your thinking into a different way so that you can become a different person that's more valuable. When you become more valuable, your bank account becomes more valuable. When you become more valuable as an asset, the assets that you have become more valuable. Your life is always a reflection of you. And if you don't believe that you're worth investing in, then don't be surprised if you don't get the investment back in return. I have always invested in myself, which is why if you ever see any of my live videos in my office, I've got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of books. In fact, I probably have $1 million worth of knowledge sitting there because of all the courses that I study and go and do. Some of those courses with the books and stuff, like I'll spend 20 grand to go and do a 1 or 2 week course, right? But that's what I invest in. Some of you, like, a book is your cap out. And then every week I have people come to me and they're like, yeah, but I can't afford it right now. And I'm like, but you can't afford not to do it. Every time I've been challenged financially, I lean into it and go to the next level. You have to push to the next level when you're being capped out. You can't step back. If you step back, you'll decrease and contract. And a lot of you are doing that. When times get tough, you decrease and contract back to what you can handle instead of pushing forward and realizing that you can handle it, which will be your new level. Okay, this is why when you go to the gym, you lift heavier weights. If you keep lifting lighter weights because you're a little bit sore, you'll just get weaker. You're getting weaker by always being comfortable and making comfortable decisions. When you start stepping into the tough decisions, I guarantee you'll crush it in life. Anyway, Driven Mofos, I hope that helps. Have a great day. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for a lot of the messages and stuff that you're sending through on Instagram. Also, I know a lot of you are sharing this podcast with friends, with family, and with people around you. I really appreciate it. You know, it's awesome having a community of driven mofos that want to achieve more and who want to get the best out of life. So thank you for being part of this awesome community, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Most people waste their life, and I just don't want you to be one of them.